In the first week of February, there are a lot of very interesting releases in cinema and on streaming platforms. First up, I have the review of an Amazon original film entitled The Book of Love. Book of Love is a 2022 rom-com film starring Sam Claflin, Veronica Ekegi, and Fernando Becerril. A fellow writer finds out that his book is actually a bestseller in Mexico. Henry wrote a book entitled The Sensible Heart, which was translated into Spanish by a woman named Maria, who made it more spicy and interesting. Henry didn't like that because he felt like his vision was hampered and made into pornography. Everyone knows where rom-com stories go, and this one does nothing to change or add to that formula. I can say though that it's pretty sweet. What helps is the script. The two writers really understood the two central characters and they developed them incredibly well. Ironically, this is a thing that Henry didn't do well in his book. Unfortunately, the third act felt like a cheap way to prolong the film, and it was easily the worst part of the film for me. I also wasn't a fan of the comedy. I thought that it was cheap and uninspiring. Seeing Henry say wrong thing in Spanish wasn't funny to me. What seems clear to me is that Sam Claflin is a romance star, and his co-star Veronica Ekegi also kept up the pace well with him, and they played well off of each other. Book of Love is sweet, but it's not fresh. My recommendation is that you should give this movie a watch with a rating of 2.5 stars.
Hoy somos bestias desinhibidas.
Sounds like you've rewritten the whole book.
Esta noche, cogemos. Only the boring parts.
There were plenty of cinema releases. Moonfall looked like a pretty stupid movie to me, so I didn't watch it. Jackass Forever, everyone lauded this film, and I want to watch it now too. The Worst Person in the World is surely going to be on a long overdue video, but I watched Last Looks. Last Looks is the 2022 mystery film starring Charlie Hunnam, Mel Gibson, and Lucy Fry. Charlie Waldo is a former detective who is living in the woods, but he gets hired as a PI to investigate a murder. I love mystery movies, and this one was right up my alleyway, firstly because the case was interesting, but also because the characters were so greatly built. Charlie Waldo is one of those characters. He is so cool and badass. I absolutely love his lines, but Alistair, the man who hires him, is also interesting. He is a drunk actor who is suspected to have killed his wife. As I've said, the mystery was fun, but there were a couple of moments that were pretty hard to believe, like a lawyer not having a password on his phone, but you just kind of have to skip past that. I would have also liked to see some characters get more screen time. They show up, they harass Waldo, and then they never appear again. And Charlie gets harassed a lot, and that is the main reason why he believes that there is more to this case than meets the eye. As a representation of the tone of this film, if you've seen The Nice Guys and have wanted to watch something similar, this is the perfect watch alongside it. Charlie Hunnam makes charisma look like something natural, but Mel Gibson was also great with fantastic accents of both British and Texan people. I didn't come in with much expectations, but I was very impressed with this film. So my recommendation is that you should definitely give this movie a watch with a rating of 3.5 stars. By the by, I've been the movie guy, and until next time, keep on watching movies, guys.
Okay, look, I'm a pacifist, and I refuse to get involved.
Have you had enough?
I've had enough.